I could give you mod powers, and if you want, you could help me try to load people up.
Yeah, I can help out with that.
I will do that.
I think you modded me on your other account, but
not on this one quite yet.
Not on this one, yeah.
I will get that done as soon as we're able to get our next guest up in the box. We got Mandy loading in right now, ladies and gentlemen. Anthony, thank you for the $100 on Venmo for saving democracy. That is absurd, Anthony. Thank you so much for the $100. Oh my God, dude. I want to see at least 100 W's, 1 trillion W's for Anthony in the chat. Thank you so very much for the $100 on Venmo. That is so incredibly kind of you.
And whoever sent me the GG, I apologize, I missed the name, but thank you so much. Troy, thank you for the $40. That is quite amazing. Thank you so much. And I think I have a couple of Cash Apps. Let me get that open here. I apologize for the delay. Mandy, thank you for your patience. Lisa for $3, thank you so much. Ansel for 10, thank you. Sean for 5. Appreciate you guys all. Thank you.
Phenomenal. Mandy, what's up? How old are you? All right, Mandy's leaving. Now she's back. Mandy, hi. Mandy, you're on the live. Mandy.
Yes.
There you are.
I am not a Trump supporter. That was done by mistake. I'm so sorry.
No worries,
y'all do
Mandy.
great.
No worries. I love you. I love you.
That means Mandy was tapping, and she accidentally hit that request. But, Robert, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So thank you, Mandy, for doing your job with the tapping. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, W's for Mandy. We're going to move on to Kenneth. What's up? How old are you?
I'm 29.
Awesome. Are you voting for Trump?
Now, before I give you my answer, can I ask you a question?
No.
All right, well then, yeah, I'm voting for Trump.
Okay, now you can ask me a question.
So, out of the most ridiculous things that I've heard most of your guests talk about, I have a couple of questions for Law if he's got some time to answer.
I did. In the context of a debate, questions for Law is fine. I love Law and his answers. Phenomenally intelligent guy, but we're looking for debates. So if you want to debate why you're voting for Trump, that's about it. So why are you voting for Trump? If not, I'm going to move on.
Well, there's a lot of things that he has done. He helped build the wall. He's helped bring the economy back into flow, lower the gas prices, and
how did Trump lower the price of gasoline? Kenneth, how did Trump lower the price of gasoline?
Street that states that when we rose the price of gas, we went to war for it. Can you name the person that rose gas prices?
No, because no one individual person rose the price of gasoline.
That is actually false. It was Saddam Hussein.
Okay, what the fuck does Saddam Hussein have to do with why you think Trump lowered the price of gas?
Why? Because if we rose the price gases here in our country, it would make things a little bit more difficult for everybody to do.
I'm so confused on what these words mean. What? You're trying to... Okay, remember, you're trying to make an argument for why you think Trump lowered the price of gas. So what's your answer to that question?
You've been lied to so many times.
Kenneth, I'm not even like... Okay, he just left. He just said that I've been lied... Buddy. What's up? How old are you?
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Are you voting for Trump?
I am.
Awesome. Why do you want to grape us in the Oval Office?
Well, besides like all that, I'll tell you the real reason. I just want a stable economy. That's really it.
Trump want to provide that. He wants to replace the federal income tax with tariffs. It would be inflationary and serve as a detriment to the low and the middle class. Eradicating the federal income tax costing about, I don't know, what do we want to say? How much would that cost per year? What's our government spending law? Do you know?
I do not. You can
in total?
Yeah, I forget the exact number. But anyways, if he wanted to do this, it would mean that he'd have to impose an 85% tariff on every single good coming into this country. Do you think that imposing an 85% tariff on every single good coming into the country would give us a stable economy?
For that tariff, like, are we paying that or is other countries?
Other countries.
So yeah, that would help us because they're giving us money.
So it's actually
and
really
us.
bad for us because, the other countries passed that tax off to the consumer, right, on the consumer end, as well as it decreases the supply of virtually all goods, right, because obviously less people are going to be importing goods if they have to pay that, with consistent demand, which would just, increase the price, right? So I don't think that increasing the pricing of everyday goods for, your average American is going to lead to a stable economy. What I would say would lead to a stable economy is increasing the marginal tax rate on the top 1% so we can provide better social safety nets to the low and the bottom class, right? The best way to achieve a stable economy is to reduce income inequities, right? Is to make homes more affordable, is to give better, the $25,000 subsidy that Harris would be proposing. Those are the things that would lead to a stable economy, not replacing federal income tax with tariffs.
And yeah, I agree with that 1% thing where you tax them more. But I haven't seen the prices of housing going down. So,
Yeah, they've been kind of going up, right? But that's what Kamala Harris wants to address. The only presidential candidate that's taken any initiative to speak on the subject. She wants to increase a $25,000 subsidy to first-time homebuyers that are buying new property, right? Which will cause developers to create more affordable housing, increasing the demand on the demand side. Sorry, the supply on the supply side. Then of course the subsidy would increase the demand on the demand side, right, leading to lower house prices.
okay. I see where you are, and I respect that. I'm not here to attack or anything. So, yeah, I appreciate you educating me on that.
I have a question for you, though. Would you
What's
vote for
up?
someone that's attempted to overthrow our government with the use of a coup in this past?
That's what he's done?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's hard to say, So, I probably wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. So,
Okay. So does this mean that you won't be
Yeah.
voting for Trump because that's what he did?
I might just not vote. I don't know. So,
Okay, not voting is better than voting for Trump. Thanks for coming up. Moving on to our next guest. If you're in the queue, make sure that you're voting for Trump, ladies and gentlemen. And do double tap on that phone screen as well. I appreciate you guys for helping me reach my goal here on the live tonight. Y'all have been phenomenal. It's been a great stream. What's up, David? How old are you? Travis,
28.
It's good to see you, Travis. It's been a while. Tell Siri that I said hi. David, with all due respect, you have MAGA Mobile and you're driving, so we do have to move on to the next guest, but I do appreciate you for coming up. Make sure if you're in the queue that you are voting for Trump. I would love to talk to some women that are voting for Trump. Hi, are you voting for Trump? Hello? I suppose not. If you're a woman and you're voting for Trump and you are in the guest requests, let me know right now down below with a me. I would love to talk to some women Trump supporters. We've been talking to a lot of men all day, so if you're a woman Trump supporter and you are in my guest request, make sure to let me know right now in the chat. We are going to go ahead and move on to our next guest. Everybody just give us a minute. What's going on? How old are you? All right. Hi,
Hello?
how old are you?
Yeah, I'm 18 years old.
Okay, I just simply don't believe that. Moving on to our next guest. Everybody just give us a minute here, chat. Everybody just give us a minute to get our next debate going. Law, you do have access to the guest request. Feel free to help me find to it.
Yeah, actually, I've got to run right now, guys. So thank you very much for letting me join you, Dean. And thank you, everybody, for all of the gifts, donations, everything else. And I appreciate you.
Hey, Law, thank you for coming up. I hope that you have a good rest of your night, man.
Thank you, you too.
W's for Law in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Grace, what's up? How old are you?
I am 27.
Are you voting for Trump?
I am.
Why do you
ahead.
support someone that doesn't support you? He's vehemently anti-woman.
Well, I don't feel as that. I don't agree with that. But
I could give you some scenarios insofar as why I'd say that.
okay, well, hold on a second. So back to the previous guy that was talking about tariffs and everything. You had said that would increase on the people here. Well, do
Yeah.
you not think that eventually it would open up businesses here in the U.S. because it would? What I feel Trump is doing is making it for we depend on ourselves. That's why I add oil. I'm sure they bring other things into the equation.
Okay, I don't know. We are the most energy independent country in existence in history.
Right now we're not.
Yes, we are currently producing more
No,
oil.
right now we are not because we do not get our gas from here.
We are
it's imported.
currently producing more oil than any other country that has existed in the history of the earth, including the U.S. under Trump's.
But we're not using our own resources.
And why do you think that is?
Can you tell me?
Because we have stricter EPA regulations that would lead to higher prices of oil, domestically speaking, in comparison to that in which we'd import.
So whenever Trump opened up
evidently
the drilling-
clear, this is an evidently clear scenario where if we introduced an 85% tariff on the importation of oil, right, that's either going to mean that we're going to have to foot that extra 85% or switch to U.S. domestically produced oil. Either way, that's going to increase the price of oil.
So why do you want to vote in a communist?
Gracie, you have no fucking clue what communism is.
Oh, I
Why-
don't. It's because
Yeah,
you come
can
from
you
a communist
define-
family.
Can you define
Her
communism?
father is whenever you make it, everyone makes the same amount of money. So, like, you can take a person that is a lineman and a McDonald's worker, and they both have the house, and they pay the same amount of money.
Okay, so you're already off to a terrible
I'm
start.
not.
You're saying that communism is where everybody makes the same amount of money. Communism is moneyless. Money doesn't exist in communist societies.
Because everything's fair. So a lineman and a McDonald's person get the same thing, even
And
though
it's
a
really lovely
lineman
music.
makes what?
I was thanking someone for a donation. You could continue.
So even though a lineman makes substantially amount of more money, this person that doesn't make a lot of money gets the same thing. That's not fair.
Okay, so you're wrong. So communism is a stateless, classless, moneyless society. The only reason you think that her and her policy is communist is because Trump said so, right? But just because something
her
comes out of
father
Trump's mouth
came from
doesn't...
a communist country. That's where
Okay.
her father came from. She
so-
believes the same thing her father does.
I'd like to clarify, first of all, countries can't be communist because communism implies the inexistence of a state or a country. I'd also like to clarify that no, her father was just a Marxist professor. But if you'd say that she's a communist because her father was, well, Fred Trump, Donald Trump's father, admitted to working with the Russian mafia and got arrested at a KKK rally. Does that make Trump a racist a racist friend to the Russian mafia?
No. All right, dude.
Okay, so then why would that make Kamala Harris a communist?
It's what her policies are.
Name one policy of Kamala Harris's that is communist.
I don't watch the bitch. I don't know.
Okay, first of all, I don't think it's acceptable to be calling Kamala Harris a bitch. That's just kind of crude language.
You want to call Trump a rapist, and you want to say that he doesn't support women's rights.
He doesn't
Correct.
He doesn't fucking support women's rights, and he is a
Okay.
rapist.
Okay, well, see, you have your opinion, I have mine, but he's not a
Well,
rapist.
the thing is mine is rooted within fact and reality. Yours is
But who
rooted
did he
within
rape?
Donald
Who did
Trump's
he rape?
word.
Who
Eugene
did he
Carroll?
rape?
Her name is Eugene Carroll.
Oh, okay, so every person that says rape could happen?
No, every person who accuses a man of rape and then brings it to a court of law and proves to a jury through the use of a preponderance of evidence suggested to that jury after 2 years of deliberation is probably telling the truth, yeah.
All right, dude. It was great talking to you.
No, Grace, I don't want you to run yet. I have a question for you.
No, my kids are crying. They're in the bath. I wanted to hop on and say that one thing, but thank
I feel
you.
terrible for them.
What?
Nothing. Have a good one, Grace. We're going to move on to our next guest. Let's go to see what our next guest, Ryan, has to say. All right, let's go to see what our next guest has to say. What's up, Nate? How old are you? All right, Nate is automatically running. We're going to go to see what Ryan has to say. Remember, Kamala Harris is a communist because of her policy, but policy. Ryan,
what's up?
hello. You are
up,
driving.
Ryan?
Unfortunately, you can't be on the live, and I'm pretty sure you just slurred. But I think we kind of cut you off before you got the full slur out. Okay. Well, okay. All right. What's up? How old are you?
18.
Phenomenal. Are you voting for Trump? Okay, I guess not. They're running away. I love these debates. I have so much fun, guys. For the 6.5 thousand people in here, are you guys having fun? Is this like kind of like satisfying to anybody else? Sure as hell satisfying to me. You know what I mean? We're gonna go to get our next guest up in here. If you're in the queue, make sure you're voting for Trump, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. It's even more satisfying to see like the minority of Trump supporters say no in the chat. It's phenomenal.
Request.
No worries. All right, we're going to move on to our next guest. If you are MAGA, make sure to let me know in that chat. We're still just looking for next debate. We've been having some issues getting someone up here for debate, which I do apologize for. I know that's kind of annoying. But we're going to try to get our next debate going on literally right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know. Let's see if our next guest is going to load up. All right, Kelly, I sent you an invite up. Actually, Kelly, I didn't send you an invite up yet. I really want you to join. Kelly, if you're in here, please accept this invitation. And Chris, I'm gonna get around to you next. Shit, I wish I had some mods in here. Everybody just give me 1 minute here. Give me 1 minute here, folks. We're gonna try to get Kelly up in the live. I can't. There's too many people in here. I can't even get Kelly up. All right, moving on to our next guest. Everyone, just give us a minute. Chris, if you'd like to re-request, do so. All right, moving on to our next guest. What's up? How old are you? All right, they left. Moving on to our next guest here, y'all. By the way, if you want to support me, my Venmo, my PayPal, they are in my bio. I get 100% of the proceeds on that platform, and I'll give you a shout out. What's up, Big Daddy B? Okay, are you and crazy name? Are you voting for Trump?
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really new to TikTok, so I've never done this. So you got to apologize. I got to apologize real quick. So.
No, you're good. Are you voting for Trump? Asher, thank you for the subscription.
I think I am now. I'll preface this by saying I didn't vote for him the last 2 times.
Okay. So why are you voting for Trump?
Well, I apologize. I just came across your stream here. I don't even know how old you are.
Yeah, I'm 19. So why are you voting for Trump?
Well, then my question is.
Wait, you said that you need to know how old I am.
Well, my comments may come across, and not back in my day kind of thing. But my question is, and the reason I'm voting for Trump is, the question was posed to me: are you better off than you were 4 years ago? And I can't ask you that because 4 years ago you were 15 years old.
Yeah, but like the average American would probably say yeah, right?
No, the average American would not say yes.
Sorry. Like it meant that they'd say yes to being better off 4 years ago.
Yes, my family and I and everybody that I talk to, this economy, this downturn has destroyed the American.
Thank you for the $5 on Venmo. See, the only issue here is that Biden and Harris didn't cause the economic downturn, right?
Okay. Answer me this then. I'm sorry. Answer me this.
Okay.
What have they done?
That's terrible.
What have they done to make it better?
Yeah, they've ushered in the quickest response from the inflation onset by the pandemic out of any other country in the G7. We are literally the world superstar in comparison to every other country on earth. They have ushered in 5 monumental pieces of legislation that benefited the low and middle class more so than the top 1% that was directly associated with this rebound from the inflation. Bills such as the PACT Act that invested nearly $1 billion into the expansion of healthcare benefits, the Inflation Reduction Act to address supply chain issues in long term to reduce inflation in long term, the Chips and Science Act to bring manufacturing jobs back home here in America, 20% of chip reduction by 2030, by the way, causing a spur in investment in manufacturing jobs, the infrastructure bill that cost $1 trillion to be invested in as stimulation into local economies across the U.S., just creating new careers, new jobs in construction out of fucking thin air, the American Rescue Plan bringing America off of its knees from the almost recession that we experienced directly after the pandemic to all-time highs in the stock market today. It's quite phenomenal if you ask me, but here's my question.
Those are talking points. I mean,
you asked me what they did. I told you what they did.
I understand, but those are just talking points. They haven't.
What do you mean by talking point?
Those are just the high. That's the look at us thing. They haven't done anything to help the American people be better off.
I literally just named you 5 policies that they directly influenced to get passed that helped an association from a rebound from the pandemic.
When are those things going to help me right now?
They're already have.
No, they haven't.
We've had the quickest response from the inflation onset by the pandemic out of any other country in the G7.
This inflation.
You know what that means?
The inflation's not going down. Just
it literally has. You're delusional.
Right?
But
it has not gone.
So the rate of inflation, right, has dropped from a peak at 9% down to 2.9% today. Right, the rate of inflation is directly going down.
But that's like saying, okay, I gained 50 pounds this year, but then next year, I've only gained 25, but you still gained weight. They haven't done anything to fix the problem. It's not going down.
You're talking about deflation. So deflation is actually a bad thing, and it causes recessions.
But it doesn't. My question to you...
You're economically illiterate.
Actually, I have a degree in economics, but thanks.
And you'd say that deflation doesn't cause recession? So if you have a degree in economics, just a quick question. What is equilibrium?
Well, it's an emphasis in economics. My degree is in business administration.
What is equilibrium?
Well, okay, but you're going off on a tangent now.
Motherfucker, I'm a 3rd-year philosophy student, And
Yeah,
I know
but
what
philosophy
equilibrium
isn't
is because I took
economics.
principles of economics in my first year. Okay,
Yeah, but
don't come up in
philosophy is
here
not gonna
and
change
try
the
to
economy.
don't come up in here and try to bullshit me, right, about calling yourself a master's in economics, saying that you
I'm
got
not-
a degree,
never-
trying to counter
never
my
said
point that it causes a recession, and
Never
then
said
you
that.
can't even tell me what price equilibrium is. That is embarrassing.
Okay, but I
Okay.
never said that.
You said that you have a degree in economics. Absolutely.
I have an emphasis with my degree in business.
Okay, and if you don't know what price equilibrium is, I absolutely don't think that you could appeal to that quote unquote authority to justify that deflation doesn't lead to a recession.
Yeah,
So
but you-
I'm honestly just going to go ahead and ask you this question, as a smart economist you are. What should have the Biden-Harris administration done to cause deflation without causing a recession?
They haven't.
I'm asking you what they should have done.
Okay. Well, you guys, I keep hearing these talking points about, well,
That's not a talking point. That's a fucking question. Dude, come on, please. Let's be rational here.
Okay, but you still haven't answered my original question. Are you better off? And you can't answer this because you've never paid a mortgage, you've never paid taxes, you've never paid all this stuff.
I
Are you
have paid
better off?
taxes. I certainly have.
Hey, dude, you're 19 years old. You haven't had the struggle to raise a family in this economy. You haven't had the struggle of trying to figure out why my mortgage has gone up $1,200 within a year. You haven't had those struggles so for you to sit here and say that, you can't. You have
Okay,
not
are
struggled in this
you
economy.
are you pro-life?
Pro-life? Of course.
How could you say that I can't talk about the economy because I haven't struggled within it, but you can talk about abortion
You're stretching
even though
there.
you don't have a uterus?
You're stretching that question. I asked
Absolutely
you,
fucking
are you
not.
better
You're
off?
saying that in order to be able to speak on these particular issues, you have to have direct association and involvement with them. You're directly saying here that because I have not directly struggled in the economy, had children, and had a mortgage, that this doesn't allow me to then speak on the basis of the economy. Well, I'll
No,
just simply
I
turn around
agree.
and use a pro-life man. Where's
I
your
agree.
uterus? How many times have you been pregnant? Have you ever given birth?
Okay, I agree with you. You can speak on it all you want, but to have a direct...
Damn straight.
I'm not
That's
saying you
fucking
can't.
straight. Because when I'm evaluating metrics within the economy, I'm not looking towards my anecdotal experiences. When I'm speaking on things like inflation, I'm not going to compare how much, the coffee I got at the gas station down the street costs today compared to how it cost 3 years ago. What I'm going to be looking at is the numbers. Okay, I'm going to be looking at the economic data and comparing the economy that we'd be experiencing now that of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. Okay, and everybody fucking does this. Do you invest in stocks? Do you have a 401k?
I do.
Okay, so when you're deciding what stocks you want to invest in, do you go to like the Intel headquarters and talk to the employees? Or do you just
No,
go
I
online
pay
and look at news publications about, like their quarterly profits?
No, I pay someone to do that for me that has experience.
Perfect. You pay someone that looks at their quarterly profits, but they're not
Right.
going into the headquarters and talking to the employees. So in the same fashion, I get it. I'm 19. I didn't have direct experiences under Trump's economy, even after COVID, right? I was, a little kid, but that doesn't mean I don't have the education necessary to destroy you on conversations about it.
But education
And
experience
Lindsay,
are
thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for that love. Let's get some W's in the chat for Lindsay. Amanda, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo as well. As a 37-year-old nurse who was not better off 4 years ago, I love what you have to say. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys.
I'm not discounting your education or whatever you have. You seem like a very intelligent young man. I'm not saying that at all. But education and experience are much different. Night and day difference. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I am not better off than I was 4 years ago.
I understand. You've said that so many times. But what I'm saying is you could reasonably blame you being worse off now. You could reasonably blame that on the Biden-Harris administration if they caused you to be worse off. But my argument is that they didn't, okay? The
Well,
Biden-Harris administration didn't cause inflation. The Biden-Harris administration didn't cause the price of gas to increase. And I just simply like to ask you a question. Since you think they caused it, how do you think they caused it?
How did they cause it?
Yeah.
By dragging their feet through the mud for the last 4 years.
Okay,
What
so
have they done?
you've incessantly repeated the point that they've done nothing, and I've already responded to it once. I'll respond to it again.
Sorry.
Let's go ahead and play a little bit of a fucking game, okay? So we're going to play a game I call Name the Policy. And in this game, I'm going to name one policy that the Biden-Harris administration influence get passed that benefited the low and the middle class more than it benefited rich people to stimulate the economy, to rebound from the inflation onset by the pandemic, to rebound from the economic disparities onset by the pandemic, to rebound from the livelihood hardships onset by the pandemic, and then you're going to name one that the Trump administration
we're not-
influenced to get passed. So I'll start. The PACT Act. The PACT Act was a bill influenced to get passed by the Biden-Harris administration that invested $800 million into the expansion of VA healthcare benefits. Can you name one policy that the Trump administration influenced to get passed that benefited the low and middle class more so than rich people?
They got rid of Obamacare, the mandate, number one.
I'm
not here.
I'm not here to policy. What is the name of the policy?
They got rid of the Obamacare mandate. That's a policy. It's not required. But I'm not here to debate policy because you're way smarter than me as far as policies and names and all that garbage. I'll admit that I am not the smartest when it comes to policies. Now you got me there. I'll admit it 100%.
Okay, Brian, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo saying I'm doing the Lord's work. Brian, that is so incredibly kind of you. My point is, you're saying that the Biden-Harris administration did nothing. That is blatantly false. Okay, I could detail an excruciating detail to you, right? Every single policy that they've influenced to get passed and how it's benefited the low and middle class. I already tried to do that once. You called it a useless talking point. Okay? And it's not like we're not seeing this in the economy, because we do. Okay? We are from the recession onset by the pandemic to all-time highs in the stock market. We are from the 9% inflationary rate during the pandemic to the lowest rate of inflation since 2018. We are from a massive dip in domestic production of oil onset by people losing their jobs and businesses closing down during the pandemic to the highest production of oil that this country or any other country on the face of this damn planet has ever experienced. Okay? And this is because of the policy that we've already went over, influence get passed by the Biden-Harris administration. I have a question for you, though.
Yeah.
Would you vote for someone that was held civilly liable for the sexual abuse of a woman?
Sexual abuse, not rape. You keep calling it rape. It's not rape.
Would you agree with me that anything entering into a woman's vagina without consent is rape?
He didn't do that.
Yeah, that's what he's held liable for.
He was cleared of all those. You know that.
No, he literally wasn't. You could look at the jury verdict form. He was held liable for inserting his fingers into a woman's vajayjay without her consent. Chad, I appreciate you for the galaxy. And Sin, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate you for that too. Chad with the 2 galaxies. Thank you for the love.
I don't necessarily, and that's, I didn't vote for Trump the first time because of these things.
So are you going to answer my question or not? And then also, you're saying that you didn't vote for Trump the first time because of these things? You obviously know nothing about this court case because it started in 2019 after he ran for president the first time.
Okay. Trump as a person, I had a different person the first go around that I wanted to be president. It wasn't him. The second time, he's a little rough around the edges. Yeah, sure. But the thing that gets me the most, and it happened again last night, is that Miss Harris, Kamala, whatever, she keeps saying that when I get in office, I'm going to fix that. When I get in office, I'm going to fix that. She is in office. Why is she not fixing it now?
Okay, back to the same, back to the same annoying talking point that you've already made 3 times. I have detailed policy and effective policy that has led the U.S. to the quickest rebound, right, from the economic disparities and inflation onset by the pandemic out of any other country in the G7. That claim has been debunked, and you were just incessantly repeating it after not responding to how I debunked it. You're getting on my nerves a little bit. You're getting on my nerves a little bit.
I apologize. Like I said,
you still haven't answered my question, right? You said that Trump was cleared of grape. It wasn't grape, it was sexual abuse. Sin, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo saying, yes, common sense says the economy would be way worse under Trump. Absolutely. Sin, thank you so much for the $10. So you said that he didn't grape her. So we agree that anything entering into a woman's vajayjay without consent is grape. So he was held specifically liable for inserting his fingers into her vajayjay forcefully without consent. The reason he wasn't held liable for grape specifically was because the state of New York only defined grape as a male member entering into the female member without consent at the time. Since then, they've changed their laws alongside 35 other states, and the way in which we'd colloquially use the term reflects the action he was held liable for doing.
Okay.
Right, so would you vote for someone that was held civilly liable for grape?
Yes. He wasn't, it's not rape. I get what you're saying.
You agreed it was.
I'm not here. You're a smart kid. I'm going to give you that 100%. You are a very intelligent young man. But the reason I came on was not to debate policy. But this woman is the second most powerful person in the world. And she's sitting here saying, I'm going to fix it when I'm in office. She is in office. She's the second most powerful person in the world. And she's saying this stuff through her little speech last night. I just can't vote for someone like that. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard as a dumb truck driver from the West Coast to vote for someone that's saying all these things that's already in the office, not doing her job.
Okay, so
You know-
why do you say that she hasn't done her job?
Because she's saying she's going to do her job that she's supposed to be doing now when she gets in office as president.
What job is she supposed to be doing now that she's failed at doing?
All of the things that she's talking about on these rallies, all these things that she says she's going to fix, she could be doing right now.
I mean, actually, technically not, right? So the
Technically,
VP,
she's the vice
right.
president of the United States.
So the VP like assumes, right, like the ideologies of the president, right? Like so, like when you like see like a candidacy, let's just say Obama and Biden, right? So Biden served for Obama, right? Helped to influence policy that Obama wanted, right? Cast the tie-breaking votes on policy in the Senate that Biden wanted. That's what the VP is supposed to do.
Right, you're right.
Kamala Harris has been an incredible VP to Biden, by the way. She's passed more tie-breaking votes than any other VP in history. But like, even if we just reflect upon Biden's track record, it was phenomenal. Like, that's like why this is such a bad talking point. Even if it was true that Kamala Harris and Biden shared equal responsibility and power in the presidency and have for the last 4 years, they did a fucking phenomenal job. Okay? But you like to say they haven't done anything, even though I've incessantly detailed to you how they have. Let's talk about Trump. What the fuck did Trump do? Please tell me.
My wallet was a lot fatter, I'll tell you that.
How did Trump cause your wallet to be fatter?
You tell me, because it sure was.
You don't fucking know. It's a correlation causation fallacy. You say because it happened in the country while he was president, he's to blame. My question for you would be, something else that happened in the country while he was president was the highest rate of unemployment that we've had since the Great Depression, April
That's
2020.
false. That's actually been debunked here recently, hasn't it?
Nope. That is
Yeah.
coming from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. That is a factual assessment of reality, yeah. Amber, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo, saying I watch you every day between you and Parker. I really
Yeah.
appreciate you for watching, Amber. You're awesome. So are you going to continue to deny facts of reality or actually engage in the question I'm asking you?
I'm going to vote for someone that will hopefully fix this economy because...
Answer my question. Did Trump cause the 14.8% rate of employment that we saw at the end of his term?
The increase in employment?
The 14.8% unemployment rate that we saw at the end of Trump's term while he was president. Did Trump cause that?
No.
Okay. So,
COVID caused it.
hasn't your argument... Oh, COVID caused it. So now you're appealing to external variables. So I think it's hilarious that...
If we're all going to stretch, let's stretch. Let's go.
One second. I think it's hilarious that when we're talking about the Biden-Harris administration, right, you are like two rocks click-clacking. You don't know your right from your left. You can't see past your own 2 feet. And you like don't even comprehend what an external variable like COVID is or how it would affect the economy, the rate of inflation, the price of gas, etc. But as soon as we talk about Trump's economy, particularly the highest rate of unemployment rate since the Great Depression, you are now a economic wizard, and you understand exactly how that wasn't caused by Trump, but is rather explained through the external variables such as COVID. But now my question to you would be, well, if COVID caused, the highest rate of unemployment rate since the Great Depression, under Trump's term, why can't I say COVID caused increase in unemployment under Biden and Harris's term, increase in inflation, increase in gas price?
Yeah, but you can't. I mean, I don't want to get into some, the whole. I mean, you already got me, dude. You're smarter than me. I get it, but you can't count those jobs that are coming back from being laid off or whatever from COVID.
Back jobs. Yeah, you don't have to count them. Biden and Harris have added 200,000 jobs to the economy per month, excluding bounce back jobs from COVID. Fun fact: Trump's administration only added 176,000 per month, excluding jobs lost to COVID. Fun fact.
And I'll
super just off topic, right? If COVID caused the highest rate of unemployment under Trump's term, not caused by Trump, well, couldn't we just say the same thing about the inflation experienced under the Biden-Harris term?
Yeah. Sorry, my kid's going in. I didn't hear that last part, sorry. Oh, did I get kicked off?
I mean, not yet, but now you are. We're going to move on to our next guest. I'm so sorry. That guy just simply wasn't following. We're going to move on. If you guys want to support me, my Venmo, my PayPal, they're in my bio. I get 100% of the proceeds on that platform. Y'all have been so kind to me today. Y'all have been so awesome. I love you all. We're going to go and get our next guest up in here literally right now. Hello, Sebastian. How are you doing? Sebastian, you're on the live. Hello? Okay. That guy was verified and had like 1.2 million followers. Oh, man. All right. We're going to move on to our next guest here, everybody. Just give us a second to get our next guest, Gregory, up in the box. Make sure that we're double tapping on that phone screen. We're not going to be live for too much longer here. We're probably going to head over to Parker at a little bit of a coast with him when he goes live. Honestly, if y'all will let me know when Parker goes live in the chat, that'd be awesome. What's up, Gregory? How old are you?
59.
Phenomenal, Greg. Why the hell are you voting for Trump?
Because I want to.
Why the hell do you want to vote for a rapist, felon, fraudster, election-denying liar?
Let me run some questions by you. Number one is this $25,000 tax credit for new home buyers?
Ignore Dean's question. Ask your own. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen if that is actually passed into law? What do you think home builders are going to do?
It's gonna generate more affordable houses for first-time home buyers. So that's exactly what it's gonna do.
Okay, so home builder builds a house and they want $250,000, and they know first-time home buyers get a $25,000 credit. You don't think they're going to raise the price?
Yeah, because that would incentivize buying. Like right now, the reason why people are not developing new homes is because there's not an incentivization from the demand side to purchase the new homes.
No, that's not really true.
So my question to you would be, right, well, if they're just going to go out and be incentivized to build all these new homes and then increase the price by $25,000 to account for that subsidy, that's not going to inspire any new demand.
Toll Brothers just announced their numbers the other day, and they have a wonderful outlook for next year. And the stock jumped up because their home selling is doing great. So
also, just like adding supply in general decreases prices. I feel like people are like super economically illiterate when it comes to this. No, these developers aren't just going to say, "Oh, here's this new subsidy, so we're going to add $25,000 on top of the price of this home." No, the price is like controlled by a market, and the market is controlled by supply and demand. Okay.
Of course,
anyways, I would love for you to answer my question that you never answered. I asked you why you're voting for Trump, and you said because you want to. Then I asked you why you want to vote for the rapist, felon, fraudster, misogynistic, racist womanizer that has tried to stage a coup over
I want to know why I should vote for Kamala. That's why I need to have these questions answered.
Sure. Well,
Okay.
there's two main categories why I'm voting for Kamala Harris. First of all, her name's not Camilla, it's Kamala. Okay, Mr. Grigori. Okay. And let's go through them. So the first category is going to be character. Kamala Harris objectively has a better character.
That's what you guys always do. As soon as somebody wants to talk something other than what you're familiar with, you want to go to, oh, he's a rapist, and he's this, and he's that. And you back people into a corner, and you're right. You're right.
Maybe
okay?
if you allowed me to finish.
I agree.
I have two categorical reasons why I'm voting for Trump. Crazy why I'm not voting for Trump. That was insane. The first one is going to be character, and the second one is going to be policy. Okay. God damn it.
Well, I'm looking at her. Okay, number two. Just today it was reported that the job...
Thank you for the $5 on PayPal.
Revised over 800,000 was wrong. So their numbers are not correct. That's quite a bit.
So they release revisions every 30 years. I'll have to look at this particular revision before I know enough to speak.
800,000 is way off number, dude. That's not. You're
so I'll look
bragging
at the revision before I speak about it.
that.
Melissa, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love of being a realtor. My husband builds new houses. Hell yeah. I'll have to read the rest of that. Thank you so much, Melissa. I actually don't really talk about like the jobs that they've created. I think there's far better reasons to be voting for Harris. Anyways, I would like to speak without interruption. Are you like even like possible? Or can you like possibly like hold off? Just allow me to finish speaking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
Go
why
right
do you think Trump is a better candidate than Kamala Harris? Why do you think that the rapist, felon, wannabe dictator that's
I'm
trying
not
to stage a coup
speaking
over government is better than Harris? If you didn't think he was better than Harris, then why would you vote for him? Daniel, thank you for the $5 on Venmo.
Because of the things I'm hearing of what she wants to do aren't making a lot of sense. So that's why I'm talking to you, because you seem to be an intelligent young man that is definitely pro-Harris. And I'm having a lot of doubts about her because of the things I'm hearing being said. So convince me by answering my questions why I should vote for her. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, you answered one of my questions. Now I'd like to ask you a question. I don't mind going question for question, tit for tat. That's only fair, right?
Absolutely.
Valerie, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love, Valerie. I want to see some massive W's in the chat for Valerie and the $50 on Venmo. That is so incredibly kind of you. Let's get some massive W's for Valerie down below. I really appreciate you for that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Valerie, for the $50 on Venmo. So would you vote for someone that has attempted to stage a coup to overthrow our federal government and rig an election before?
I don't know. That was really true.
Oh, Gregory, you got MAGA Mobile. You're going to have to repeat your answer there.
I'm sorry. I said I don't know if all that's 100% true.
I didn't. My question was, would you vote for someone that's done these things?
I know. Well, it depends. I know here in Nevada there was lots of troubles with counting ballots.
Nicole,
Okay,
thank you so
ballots
much for the
were
$10
getting
on PayPal. I really appreciate you for the love, Nicole. Okay, would you or would you not vote for
I-
someone that has attempted to stage a coup to overthrow our government through use of a violent insurrection and an attempt to rig an election?
I don't think he incited the insurrection. That was a bunch of
Dragon,
lunatics.
I appreciate you for the love. All right, buddy. We're going to go move on. Let's go see what our next guest has to say. He couldn't answer jack shit. I gave him more time than I honestly should have. Let's go to see what our next guest has to say. All right, we're going to go to invite him up. Everybody just kind of give us a minute. Let's go get our next guest up in the live. We got Noah loading in as we speak. Y'all, is Parker live yet? Is Parker live, ladies and gentlemen? All right, everybody give us 1 minute here, guys. Parker should be live soon. All right, we're going to get Monica to load up in, y'all. Everybody just give us 1 minute. Nope, not yet. He'll probably be going live soon. So he's going live very soon. All right, Monica just dropped out. We're going to send Parker over a raid as soon as he starts. Let's go and get our next guest up in here. For the meantime, we got Anders loading in, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody just give us a minute. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that follow button. I come on live. I do these debates every single day, and we honestly have a lot of fun with them. But we have been live for about 4 hours and 40 minutes. I'm starting to get a little bit tired. I've noticed I cap out at about 5 hours. But, you know, maybe if Parker's down, I'll hop on with him, co-host for a little bit, and that might be a little fun. What's up, Caitlin? How old are you?
I'm 24.
Are you voting for Trump?
Heck yeah.
Okay, why do you want to vote for the guy that's launched a social and legal attack on women? It's insane.
No, have you heard about the Roe and Wade with Kamala Harris, and basically she's trying to push that you can have an abortion
Roe
all the
and
way.
Wade?
Yeah, go if you watch her interview with
Roe and
yes,
Wade.
it is an old court case back in the day that she has brought up in her interview about aborting babies around 9 months in the womb. You think that's right?
Oh, good God.
Do you think that's
good
right?
God.
Just
All
just
right.
answer the question. Do you think that's right?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and add 2 things on here. First of all, it's not called Roe and Wade. It's called Roe v. Wade. And
Okay, I
second
may
of
be
all,
pronouncing
Roe
it
v.
wrong, but just watch
One
the
minute.
interview.
1 minute. Roe v. Wade allows states the same rights they have now to legislate on the legality of elective abortions after the point of viability. So the same rights that states have right now after it was overturned, they had when Roe v. Wade was a law of the land, because it only guaranteed elective abortion access in the first 2 trimesters.
But she's pushing all the way to the 3rd trimester. Just
That
go
is
back
such a
and watch her
fucking
interview.
lie.
You can literally watch her interview on YouTube.
I could literally watch her interview with who? How do I find it? What's the title of the interview? Give me more information. Wait, can we honestly just deduce that she doesn't support third term abortions, right? For the reason being that she's campaigning on the reinstitution of Roe v. Wade, and Roe v. Wade does allow states to restrict access in the 3rd trimester.
But that's not what she's fighting for. But also,
That's a fucking lie. She's literally fighting for the reinstitution of Roe v. Wade.
I disagree with that. Just from the interview that I've seen. Now, I don't know
What
how
fucking
I don't know
interview?
how
Interview with
how
who?
correct it is, but it's just the point. Like when I seen that, like I have kids of my own, so like that
Interview with him.
That's gone. It's like a white lady. I don't know her name. I just know that it was an interview with her. But also,
I'm just telling you. Okay, you have kids of your own. Would you vote for Trump if he walked up to, I don't know, a 10-year-old daughter?